hair, do you feel like a whole beauty queen when you got a fresh set of lashes on? Like, what? Like, excuse me, don't talk to me, thank you. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys an updated get ready with me. So if you want to see how I got this flawless beat, make sure that you keep watching. I have to be at my friend's birthday party by 8 o'clock and I'm really trying to be on time. So let's get right into it. I already primed my face off camera using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter True Matte Primer Control Freak Brow Gel. That's what I'm using. This is by NYX. This came from Ulta. To be honest, it's probably expired, but I never follow those expiration dates that they put on cosmetic packages. Sorry. That's my toxic trait. I'm using the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer in the shade 34.5N. This is my jam when it comes to concealing my dark spots and blemishes. So I'm just gonna go through and over all of like my hyperpigmentation and blemishes. Just gonna go through and put a layer of this. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I used to film like the get dressed with me's on Instagram, but I don't know, Instagram algorithm play too much. I don't have time to be sitting around trying to figure that out. And I kind of prefer TikTok, so sorry. I think I'm going to move that content over to TikTok and save Instagram for more like pictures and other types of content. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Now I just need to go through and blend. To blend it out, I'm going to use this flat blending brush. This brush doesn't have a name or brand on it. I'm pretty sure I got this from Amazon years ago. So I don't have a name or brand for it. I'll link to something similar below. But I need a whole new set of brushes. Like my brushes are all over the place. So I just need to get a new set of brushes, period. If you guys have any recommendations for good makeup brushes, please let me know down below. I do something that I haven't done in a really long time and do brows first. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 5. I feel like this is starting out a little bit crazy, but I can fix it. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time, honey. Okay, one brow down. When I was in college, I used to be super insecure about my eyebrows, and I was not good at doing my eyebrows like with makeup and stuff. I just couldn't really figure it out at all. And I used to want to get a hair transplant to my eyebrows. Like I randomly saw an article or something where somebody did that. And I was like, yep, that's what I want. And I really was seriously looking into it. Thank God I was broke. So I actually could not afford to do that even if I wanted to. But yeah, I actually wanted to do that. Going back in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever, the same concealer. This concealer is that, girl. I'm not gonna lie. Sephora did what they had to do with this one. If I haven't said that before, here's me saying it. This concealer is the bomb. So lately, I've gone back to concealing my under eye before I do foundation. And then after I do my foundation, I'll add like a little more. And then also I don't put the concealer like all under my eye like I used to. Now recently I've been dragging it down by my nose and then doing some on the outer corner here. Y'all know I let my concealer dry down for just a little bitty second. That's a pro tip. Do not try to blend out no super wet concealer. Like you put it on there and immediately try to blend it out. It just doesn't, it smears all over the place. It gets everywhere. That's just not the thing to do. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to take this Morphe M165 brush. Okay, I'm taking this Morphe M165 brush. It's a small angled brush. It's a small angled brush. I'm going to take that, take the head of my concealer and dab that a little bit and do my eyebrows. I don't like to put a whole ton of concealer under my eyebrows personally because I don't like halo brow. So I'm just gonna trace slightly under my eyebrow with that and then drag it down. Huh? I can't hear you, sweetie. Yeah. Who was it that always used to say your eyebrows are sisters, not twins? Was that Jackie Inut? Cause yeah, one eyebrow always comes out way better than the other when I'm doing my makeup. And it literally is not even the same eyebrow every time. It changes every time. This time it's this eyebrow. But it is what it is, whatever it's gonna be. I'm going to blend out the concealer under my eye with this Real Techniques Crease Prep Brush. This is actually supposed to be for your eye makeup, but I discovered using this in my under eye and I have not gone back since. So yeah. I'm one of those girls that doesn't necessarily use brushes always the way that they're intended to be used. And you know what? Sometimes you discover a little trick, little technique that works out for the best. So I look so ugly, like weird when I blend out under my eye. Like, what is this face that I'm making? All right, so I'm going in with my favorite foundation, Trusty Dusty Foundation. Bam, NARS, of course. And the shade is Tahoe, Medium Deep 2. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. You an oily girl? I'm just saying. The only thing I don't like about this is how it like wastes coming out. Like, this is a mess. Oh! See what I mean? I just got this on my counter. Come on, NARS. I actually like filming when my fiance is not around because I can really be myself. Well, I'm going to blend out with my Trusty Dusty. This is not Beauty Blender from the brand Beauty Blender. I think this is from e.l.f. I think this Beauty Blender is by e.l.f. I'll link it below. That foundation, drag it down a little bit, just a little bit. Nah, I love this foundation though. I'm not gonna lie. NARS, I just can't, like, I switch up my foundation every so often. Like, I get a new favorite foundation every couple of months. Like, I'll be using something for a few months, then I'll be like, meh, and switch to something else, or maybe switch back to something I was using before. But I've been on this foundation bad. I'm not even gonna lie, like, this foundation is really good. It's that girl. Now that I've done my foundation, I'm going to go in with another concealer for my under eye and my nose and forehead just a little bit. So this is the NARS, what is this called? This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I believe that's what it's called. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Medium Dark 2 Caramel. And this is the mini size. Because I don't use this too much. Ooh. I'm such a, when I do my makeup, I'm like a mess. Like, what? I'm not going in with a lot here, you'll see. So I'm gonna just go back in right here. Inner corner. Wham bam. Outer corner. Wham bam. I like to do this just to brighten up my under eye a little more. Because like I said, the concealer that I went in with initially, that Sephora concealer, it really is like not a brightening concealer for me, that particular shade. And also, I believe that products from the same brand are designed to work better together. So I do like throwing a little bit of NARS concealer when I'm using a NARS foundation because I believe they're designed to work together. This could very well be a myth. I don't know. Let me know down below if that's true or not. Okay. Then we're gonna do a little bit of this down here. Okay, so that's how we Like, can you see that? Okay, and to blend out this concealer, I'm just gonna use the Beauty Blender, the top part. Right side, left side. I low-key want to try the other NARS foundation now that my skin is clearing up. I feel like I don't necessarily need so much of a full coverage. So I want to try a lighter coverage, but I keep saying that and never actually buying the foundation. Anyway, I'm going in with this Juvia's Place foundation stick. I don't even know if they still make these, in the color Abidjan. And this is what I'm using for a cream contour. So just a little here, then a little boop, boop, boop. And a little here and here and here and here. And then another. And then one right under the chin. So this is how we map our face for the contour. I don't really let it dry down, but just for a second, I'm going to go in and set my concealer. I really like the Makeup Revolution banana powder. This thing has lasted me for years. I mean, I don't use that much. In terms of setting powder, I really don't use that much, so I guess that's why it's lasted so long, but I've literally had this same tube for years. And this, when I bought it, was like, I don't know, $6 or $7, so do whatever you want with that information. And now I've put too much. Talking too much, doing too much. I usually do not put this much setting powder under my eye. Now I'm scared. Under eye is gonna be a little bright tonight, but you know what? I like it. I guess it's not that bright. Alrighty. The brush that I use for my contour is from Real Techniques. I think this was a special edition brush, but the brush number is 303. Make the little puffer fish face. And then I just kind of like tap and blend back and forth. Same thing along the jawline. And under the chin, I do more of like a sweeping motion. I'm not going too hard with this because I am still gonna go in with a powder contour. The walls of my apartment are so thin, I can literally hear my neighbor coughing in the hallway. Anyway. And right here, I just kind of buff that out a little bit. Is buff the right word? I don't know. And just like that, our contour is blended. So what do we do next? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so next I go in with my all-time favorite powder contour or bronzer. Actually, it's technically a bronzer. So this is Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker bronzer in Caramel Cutie. I've had this for years and I still have not hit pan. Crazy thing is, so this is like a crazy thing, or to me anyway, it's not that crazy, but I feel like all of my friends look to me as like the makeup girl. And I think that's fair. Like, I know a good bit about makeup. That's a fair assessment. But the crazy thing is, if only y'all knew I be having products for years and you like literally never finish products. Like, so clearly I don't do my makeup as often as it may seem because I keep stuff for years. Like, if only y'all knew, like, I've had this since 2019. It is 2023. I still have not hit pan. I'm getting close, but like still have not even hit pan on this. This brush is by Styleworks. So funny story, I actually got this brush from Bed Bath & Beyond also in 2019. And I don't know where you would even find this brush anymore. And this brush doesn't have a name or a number other than the brand, which is Styleworks. So I'll see if I can link it below. So I just take it, boop, 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 shake it off like Mariah Carey, and then I just blend that out in the same place that I put my cream contour. I don't always do a cream contour. It honestly depends. If I'm going out at night, then usually I do a cream contour and then bronzer on top. If I'm going out during the daytime, then I usually will use just bronzer. But in the cases where I'm using both, I just go right over the same place where I added my cream contour. But I try not to do too much of either when I'm using both, because I don't want to go in there looking like Mr. Cheeks. You don't want it to be like, oh, somebody didn't blend out their contour. It's very easy to OD on the contour. Very easy. Another favorite, all-time favorite product that I use all the time, have been using again since 2019. I don't know what it is about the year 2019, but yeah. My Anastasia, if you watch my, first of all, if you watch my previous Get Ready With Me's, it's always this. It's always this blush. Like, I literally only own one other brush and I haven't used it since I don't know when. So this Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trio is that girl, like the blush. This is the blush of all blushes, because like, yeah, like look at that. Like, yeah, ABH did a thing or two. I'm gonna go in with my Ulta Beauty cheek brush. Based on the colors that I think I'm wearing tonight, I'm going to mix these two shades a little bit. These two shades are Ginger and Nectarine. I think I'm gonna do a little more ginger with a little bit of nectarine. So going with ginger, a little bit of nectarine. And obviously I'm just putting this on the apple of my cheeks. I'm actually gonna go and put a little bit of blush on my nose. Just a little bit though. Nobody's trying to look like Rudolph. To me, it's just a really cute, like, what was that? Sweetie. Yeah. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Better not quit my day job. Finish my blush. Time to go in with highlighter. So, blow the dust off of this one. Literal, like, dust just came off this. I don't know if y'all can see that in the camera. I'm using the cult favorite throwback. If you was there, if you know, you know. If not, then you wasn't outside. You wasn't outside in terms of makeup if you don't know about this. Yes, that's that ABH Sun Dipped Glow Kit. I'm going to use for a highlighter today. Do I want to use Moonstone or Tourmaline? I don't know. What y'all think? I'm going to use one of these two colors. Either Moonstone or Tourmaline. I'm going to use Moonstone and pray that I don't end up regretting this. I mean, I'm only using a little bit anyway. Because like these days, I am not a highlighter girl. I'm not. Like, I do very little with the highlighting nowadays. Actually, I could go without. This is a e.l.f. highlighter brush in the shade Moonstone from the ABH Sun Dip Glow Kit. Another product that I've had since maybe 2018, 2017 or 2018 I've had this and still have not hit pan. So just a little bit above where I did my blush, right there on my cheeks, and then right there. A little right there, and a little right there. We're done, honey. We're done with the highlighter. Bam. Back in the vault it goes. That is it. That is it, and that is all for the highlighter. Highlighter, she's out of here. Who's next? My eyes. So I'm not doing a whole eyeshadow thing today. I'm not doing a whole bunch of eyeshadow, don't worry. What I am gonna do, I got a new blending brush because my old trusty dusty Morphe one, the bristles started coming out, so I had to replace it. And this is the e.l.f. 85102 brush, and it is a fluffy eye blender brush, brand new out the pack. Oh wait, what the heck? I almost forgot. I'm going to conceal my eyelids with the same Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. Just conceal my eyelids a little bit as like a base for my eyeshadow. While that's drying down, I'm gonna go in and start my lip combo. I'm using this NYX lip pencil that I stole from my sister. It's a brown lip pencil in the color SPL 802. It just says brown. And I'm going to line these lips, honey. Watch out. Oh, and my new thing now is overlining just a little bit. Watch this. To add just a little bit more volume, I've really been liking like just to add a little bit more volume, I just overline a little bit. I know that's like the oldest trick in the book, but it's new to me because I never used to do that. When the girls first started doing that, I was just like, I'm cool. But I've recently been doing it and I really like it. So I overline my lips just a little bit. I'm gonna finish my lip combo in a minute, but let me just blend out this concealer on my eyelid. And I'm using the same flat blending brush that I used earlier to blend out the concealer over my blemishes. So I'm just using it now on my eyelid just to blend out the concealer on my eyelid to prime my eyelid for my eyeshadow application. Okay, so same thing with the other eye. You could leave it at that. If this is like good enough for you in terms of eye makeup, if you're not an eye makeup girly, I completely understand because I'm not always an eye makeup girly. So if this is good enough for you, you can blend that out with the brush and you're good to go. I'm going to go in and take my Fenty Beauty contour and I'm going to take that brand new fluffy blending brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to lightly tap that in there, tap off the excess product, and I'm going to use this basically like a eyeshadow. And so I'm just going to tap, 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 tap that on my crease. Little bit more, tap, 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 and then I'm going to blend it out in circular motion. And I'm not going to use a lot here because I don't want to use a lot. Like, I'm not looking for a really deep eye. I'm not doing a smoky eye. I'm just adding a little bit of depth to my eyelid, specifically in the crease area. And I want it to be kind of subtle. I don't want it to be very loud and boisterous. So I don't know if you can really see the difference between this eye and this eye. If you want a little more drama, you can definitely add more. And in with the Morphe 9J eyeshadow palette in it's called Just a Crush. I'm going to go in with a little pink color right here in the middle. And I'm going to show y'all a little something something. The color is called First Kiss. I'm going to take a flat brush. This is an Isaac Mizrahi eyeshadow brush. It doesn't have a number though. The brand is just Isaac Mizrahi and I got this from Marshall's. I'm going to tap this in there on the flat side, just a little bit, not too much. And I'm just going to go into the inner corner of my eyelid and pack that on there. And as I'm packing, I'm kind of like patting it on there and blending it out. I'm going to do like a half eyeshadow look, which I've done before and I really, really liked. And it's just a really subtle thing. Like I'm literally just packing some pigment onto the inner corner of my eye. Like it looks unfinished and it's supposed to look like an unfinished eye. I did this like 2 years ago and it's one of my favorite, I'll try to insert a picture. It's one of my favorite eye looks of all time. And since I'm wearing pink tonight, I was like, oh, let me bring this out, especially since I'm filming. So I'm gonna go back in with the fluffy blending brush from e.l.f. I'm not adding any more product on it, and I'm gonna just, along the crease, I'm gonna just soften that up a little bit because it's a little harsh. So I'm gonna just soften that a tad bit. I'm gonna take a different pink from this same palette. This shade right here at the top. It's a sparkly pink. It's called Wink. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Take that same flat brush. Dip it in there with the tip. Take that, shake off the excess, and I'm gonna go right here in my inner corner. You literally can barely see that. Oh, and there's my windy window. We've been doing good all day. I look done, complete. We're finished. We're done. Period. I think I want to do a brown eyeliner tonight. It's a brown eyeliner by Wet n Wild. This is it. It's just a brown Wet n Wild liner that I'm sure you can find at any Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, anywhere where they sell drugstore beauty products. When I use brown eyeliner, I'm a little more heavy-handed because if I'm not, then I feel like it just doesn't show up. Or I really can't tell that I have it on. Back to the lips. They're already overlined with the brown lip pencil. I'm gonna go in just the inside of my lip a little bit with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lipstick in the color 55 Driver. This is my favorite lip combo at the moment. Just a little bit inside that lip and a little bit on the top, and then you blend it out with your lips. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. And I'm gonna hand dry my face. I'm gonna go get dressed. When I finish getting dressed, laying these baby hairs, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do our gloss, and I'm gonna show you guys the final look. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I did my baby hairs off camera, and then I went in and added the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. So that's it. This is the final look. I am officially late. That's it. This is the final look. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.